Welcome to Arizona State's Farrington Stadium in Tempe for the AIA 6A Softball State Championship game presented by NextCare. Tonight it's the fourth-ranked Perry Pumas who come in with a record of 21-9, and the second-seeded Basha Bears who are 25-4-1 on the season. And hello everybody, Chris Harris here along with former GCU Lopes outfielder Gianna Nicoletti. And Gianna, here we go. We got Perry and Basha, two schools located just 6 miles apart and two premier region rivals playing for the ultimate prize.
And you know, being so close in vicinity, all these girls are playing each other in travel ball and then again in high school. And Basha was actually able to take 2 games from Perry earlier in the season, so it's going to be interesting to see how they match up tonight.
Let's now take a look at the road to the finals, and we're going to start off with Perry and their path to tonight's game.
Perry showcased some really big power against tough teams in their road to the finals. They beat Pinnacle 9-2, number 5 Hamilton 16-6, and then beat number 1 ranked Queen Creek in a 12-3 win. Although they squeaked out a 3-2 win against Red Mountain, this is a team that can clearly hit the ball well.
No question about it. Now, Basha, their road to the finals, and what the Bears had to do to get here.
Yeah, Basha showcased their strong offense, but an even stronger pitching staff as they had 4 shutouts and only allowed 1 run in their 4 games leading up to the championship. So this matchup is going to be all about who has the best momentum right out of the gate.
Well, Perry, they are led by their junior catcher, Rachel Connors, and she leads the Pumas in just about every offensive category.
Absolutely, and Connors just another standout catcher in the state of Arizona. Is going to look to have an outstanding game tonight. As we said earlier, catchers are the backbone of a team and help keep a team talking and communicating throughout the game. Connors has the leadership and the ability to help her team bring home a championship with 40 RBIs this season.
Yeah, very impressive. Also impressive is Basha's junior shortstop, Gabby Garcia, the Oklahoma commit. She can do it at the plate, she can do it in the field, and she can even do it in track and field, where she's the 2-time state champion in the javelin.
Absolutely. Talk about an all-around athlete. Gabby Garcia is taking the world of spring sports by storm, and on top of that is committed to the top softball school in the country right now, and she's hitting .552 with 11 home runs and 29 RBIs. She's a true leader on the field and has the potential to help lead her team to a championship tonight.
Let's now take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Lerner and Rowe, the official personal injury attorneys of the AIA. We start off with Perry.
On their offense, they need to stay off the rise ball. They have to hit mistake pitches. But on their defense, they need to stay clean, play clean, and limit any extra free bases. But for Basha, their offense, they have to have quality at bats. Be patient, see a lot of pitches, and keep the ball on the ground. Defensive, they need to make plays, sacrifice the body, and continue to have energy throughout the game.
It's going to be a fun one. All right, when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and first pitch in the AIA 6A State Championship game between the Perry Pumas and Basha Bears right here on Arizona's Family.
Things you might hear at Oregano's.
Cool things down.
Or heat it up.
Big enough to share. Or keep for yourself.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Did you say room for me?
Don't take our word for it. See for yourself at Oregano's. Food so good, it speaks for itself.
Not all heroes keep up with the news or the latest trends. Not all heroes even keep up with the little ones. But all heroes keep up with their everyday health needs. Even during COVID-19, it's as crucial as ever to get checkups, see specialists, and more, so that our whole community stays healthier. That's how to keep up like a hero.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Banner Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider of the AIA and Arizona High School Sports. By Oregano's Neighborhood Italian Joint, celebrating 30 years of timeless classics. By Mountain America Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of the AIA. And by NextCare Urgent Care, the exclusive urgent care of the AIA. Beautiful evening here at Arizona State's Farrington Stadium, aka Club Farrington. So glad you could be with us here for the AIA 6A state championship game. The Basha Bears and the Perry Pumas ready to get it on.
It's so exciting to see yet another awesome game of softball that's about to be played against two really competitive teams tonight.
It's going to be a fun one. Now, these two teams met twice during the season, and it was the Basha Bears coming away with the victory in each of those games. The first meeting was back on March 28th. The Bears got the victory by a score of 9-8. Perry actually led 8-6 going to the bottom of the sixth. Basha rallied and were able to come away with the victory. And then the second meeting, the Bears got the best of the Pumas 5-0. That was a 1-0 game heading into the top of the sixth inning when Basha was able to get some distance from the Pumas. And in the circle for Basha is Natalie Fritz, and presented by United Rentals, proud supporter of the AIA. She is impressive.
Yeah, and on the season, she's got a 13-1 record with a 1.58 ERA and 148 strikeouts. Really just dominant in the circle.
Is that any good?
Yeah, almost 200 strikeouts. Yeah, it's not too bad.
If you're into that kind of thing, right? Yeah, she is so impressive, the junior 3-year starter. She's verbally committed to play her call at New Mexico. And you look at her playoff run, she had a no-hitter in the third round versus Red Mountain. 33 strikeouts, just 2 walks in her 4 games in the postseason.
That's just so impressive considering you're playing the third round of playoffs. You're not playing bad teams, and she throws a no-hitter. The maturity is so impressive.
Yeah, she throws a fastball in the mid-60s. Her best pitches are a rise. Also comes at you with a curve, change, screw, and drop. What else do you want?
Exactly. I mean, so many great pitches that she can use, hopefully at any at bat.
Take a look now at the Perry batting order, brought to you by Valley Toyota Dealers, the official automobile of the AIA. To lead things off will be the left fielder, Sammy Kaufman-Warner. Sienna Coons, the shortstop. Rachel Connors in the 3 spot. Alexa Ortiz, the pitcher. Talisa Chaffee, the designated player. Noelle Gumm at first base. Janae Matthews at third. Amaya Hernandez in center field. And then Kayla Cito at second base. So here we go. Basha Perry for the 6A state championship game. Natalie Fritz in the circle to get us started. And taking the pitch up high to get things going is Sammy Kaufman-Warner.
And if you're both these teams, you have to be excited. You saw a great game before you. So I feel like a lot of that rolls into this game. Both these teams are pumped up. They want to play after watching such a great game beforehand.
And Fritz evens the count at 1-1. Kaufman-Warner hit .362 on the season. Real versatile hitter from that leadoff spot. She can bunt, she can slap, she can swing weight. She's even got a little pop in that bat.
You know, and that's what you want to see from your leadoff hitter, especially a leadoff hitter on the left-hand side. I hope that at some point tonight she's able to use that bunt to her advantage. A great table setter is what any good team needs in order to be successful and put runs on the board.
Falls behind to Fritz here, 1-2. Fritz comes up high, 2-2 the count. Natalie Fritz, this is a player whose confidence has really grown from last year. She played on some club teams with some of the other top pitchers in the state, and she's like, you know what, I can hang here. And she really carried that over into her junior season here at Basha.
We talk so much about confidence and how that's a huge factor for pitchers.
And talking about confidence, how about getting a strikeout here if you're Fritz to get things going here in the state championship game?
You know, just watching her walk around the circle, you can see that she's oozing confidence right now, and she's pitching like a leader on this team. I love that pitch on the outside corner, low, a difficult pitch to take, but also a difficult pitch to hit.
Now up will be the shortstop, Sienna Coonsey, for the Pumas. Misses here, 1-0. Coonsey hit .384 in the season. Her 6 home runs, that was second best on the team. She gets it done in the classroom as well. 4.35 GPA, also part of the National Honor Society at Perry. swings through that one, 1-1.
You love to see all these athletes, getting it done in the classroom too. That's a huge effect on recruiting, where they get to go play at the next level. They want students and athletes.
Spoken like a true student athlete over here. How about Fritz coming off speed, inside, checking at first base. They'll swing 2-1.
And right now I like Perry's approach at the plate. They're trying to see a lot of pitches from Fritz right now, and I think that's a true testament to what their game plan may be as we watch them go through this game tonight.
Missing outside, 3-1. Kunze seeing a lot of pitches here, which is going to benefit the rest of the lineup for the Pumas.
Well, and you have to think high school softball is so different from college. You have only a couple pitchers that you can go to. College, sometimes you have 9 arms that you can use at any point in time. And a lot of high schools rely on 1 or 2 good arms throughout the entire season. So Fritz has thrown a lot of games.
And she misses outside here, ball 4. So a runner here with 1 out for Perry. Kunze with the walk. And we mentioned the 2 earlier meetings between these 2 teams, and Fritz pitched both of those games against Perry. In the first meeting, Fritz went a complete game, 7 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks. In the second meeting, a couple days later, another complete game win, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks. So it was a story of different games there for Fritz between those 2.
Absolutely. It shows a lot of adjustment. I mean, she grew a lot in that one game following that one where she gave up 7, 8 hits. And, that shows a lot of maturity as a pitcher. And I'll be curious to see what the Perry offensive game plan is as they continue to see her, because they've seen her so many different times already.
Alexa Ortiz at the plate. She'll be Perry's pitcher when they go out on defense. Hit .349 on the season, 4 home runs. Check it. We got number 17. My bad. Rachel Connors jumping ahead of myself. Rachel Connors, the catcher. And she flies one out. Foul. Connors, .433 on the year, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs, which ranks 7th in 6A. She's got an offer from UTEP. Just a junior. 1-1 the count. Skies one up. Shallow left field. Drifting back is the shortstop, Garcia, to make the play. 2 away.
And this is a great job by Fritz to get the tough 3-hitter out. It's really a huge momentum builder when she can take that 3-hitter and make her go back to the bench, give her an opportunity to get herself out.
And now it'll bring up the aforementioned Alexa Ortiz in the cleanup spot. Taken outside there. Sienna Kunze, who drew out the 1-out walk. She's got 9 stolen bases on the season, so she's got some wheels if she can get going.
I was curious to see if they were going to do something with the last at bat, whether that was a bunt, whether that was a hit and run. But I think the coaches are just trying to make things happen, and you can see it there.
Let's take a look at that Basha defense presented by United Rentals, a proud supporter of the AIA. Ashley Kane at third, Gabby Garcia at shortstop. We touched on her at the top of the broadcast. She is special. 1-2 the count to Ortiz. Ortiz is going to be playing her college ball at Cal State Northridge next year. A 4-year varsity performer for the Pumas.
And it's so great to see all these girls going to other schools.
And a strikeout to end the top of the first. We are scoreless heading to the bottom of the first inning. The Basha Bears will grab the bats for the first time here in the 6A state championship game on Arizona's Family.
You see us every day with our ads about car wrecks, but Lerner & Rowe is much more than just a law firm. We believe in being part of the fabric of the communities where we practice around the country. We are not just a business, we are your neighbors, here to serve and share our love of our community. Lerner & Rowe Gives Back provides food and support for families and community organizations throughout the year. Our hope is that we can encourage other businesses to do the same, so we can build a stronger community together. Lerner & Rowe, more than just a law firm.
Summer's here, and with an exciting new Toyota, you can take a trip to the beach, the city, the mountains, the desert, the bayou. I think I'm sinking. Definitely sinking.
Right now, get 3.99% financing for 48 months on our most popular models, including Camry, Corolla, Highlander, RAV4, and Tacoma.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Head now to the bottom of the first inning, 6A state championship game. It's now sent it over to the third member of our team, Sandy Charles. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Chris. Thanks so much. Well, first-year head coach Nate Harder is now leading this Perry team, but he was the assistant last year, so he's familiar with this program. I asked him what his stamp he wanted to be on this team was, and he said all about chemistry and togetherness. So we asked the team if he could suggest a motto, and they love it. It's the word Ubuntu. It's a South African word. I've seen it on a lot of T-shirts down here. It means I am because of you. We are because of us, and that's his vision for this team, and you're going to see that on the field today, the chemistry between this battery. I spoke with catcher Rachel Connors about her chemistry with starting pitcher Alexa. She said it's off the charts, and she's had so much fun getting to learn her pitches, how they spin, move, and how to frame them, so you'll see that tonight.
Thank you so much, Sandy, and I like that. I am because of you. We are because of us.
That's awesome. I love it.
And we take a look right there, Alexa Ortiz. The starting pitcher, we got a fly out to right field. And that starting pitcher was brought to you by Nova Home Loans, the official home lender of the AIA. Wow. Just like that, we have got a leadoff runner for Basha. Gabby Garcia with the fly ball to right field. Ball is misplayed by Brooke Pashota. And just like that, the leadoff runner for Basha on third base. Tough way to start the game here in the field for Perry. And now a grounder to first base. Garcia's got to stay at third. So we got one away, but a tough start to the game there defensively for Perry.
I mean, it started off so fast. I had it marked as a fly out, and then the next thing I know, she's on third base. So a huge start for Basha.
Take a look now at the batting lineup for the Basha Bears. Brought to you by United Rentals, the proud supporter of the AIA. Yeah, here we were trying to pay some bills and get the sponsors in. Next thing you know, the ball gets hit to right field, and Garcia's wheeling around the bases and standing on third.
And, you know, this is what you don't want if you're a Perry Puma right now. You don't want to give any extra opportunities for Basha to get on the board early, because we've seen so many times the teams that score first normally do the better amount as they continue on. So I'll be curious to see how this affects Perry and especially affects Ortiz in the circle.
So Garcia, leadoff runner on third base, one out, 1-1 the count to Ada Martinez, the second baseman. And now it's 2-1. Martinez, she's really a leader for this Basha team, very versatile. She's a terrific teammate. Another one that gets it done in the classroom, 4.4 GPA, National Honor Society.
And that's what you love to see.
And we got a slow grounder to third base, making the play for Perry. That is Janae Mathis, and after the miscue to the leadoff hitter, we got two groundouts induced by Ortiz.
Yeah, and this just is showing her ability right now, just trying to get runners off the bases, right? She doesn't want any extra runs, any extra hits right now, and she's doing good. She's settling in, and she's making sure that she can be the consistent figure for her team right now.
And that's now going to bring up the center fielder, Alina Quinney. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Quinney going to be playing her college ball at Northern Colorado next year. And I got a suggestion for Alina. You're going to need some winter coats before you head up to Greeley.
Yes, she is. My friend played her 5th year there, and she said it was very cold all the time. But if you love the school, you love the school, and you're going to play great there, so that's so exciting for her.
Pops that one up. Yeah, it's a little different temperature-wise than we've got going on here. And let's now take a look at the Perry defense, brought to you by Valley Toyota, the official automobile of the AIA. 1-2 the count, 2 away. And Ortiz gets the strikeout. Leadoff runner gets on third base. And then from there, it was a 1-2-3 inning for the senior Perry pitcher Ortiz, getting the strikeout to end the first inning. We'll be right back.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
This is the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes and intelligent off-road technology, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places. The 2022 Nissan family of SUVs. Anything but basic.
Now, get the 2022 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
And we are scoreless through 1 here in the AIA 6A State Championship game. And we touched on it earlier, but Fritz, she has been rolling here in the postseason.
Yeah, and she looks like a postseason player right now, just that confidence. And with a 4-0 record, why wouldn't you be confident? With a .3 ERA and 33 Ks, she's doing what she needs to do right now. Besides those 33 Ks, Gianna, just 2 walks. That's impressive, to say the least. Yeah, Fritz, first team Premier Region pitcher this year. Head to the top of the second to lead things off for Perry. It'll be number 8, the designated player, Talisa Chaffee. She'll get things started here. Takes the strike there, 0-1. And what I've liked from all the pitchers we've seen so far tonight is everybody is starting strong with a strike. They're not trying to do too much. They're not trying to throw these fancy pitches. They're trying to get a strike and trying to get the count in their favor so they have more control.
Misses up high there, 1-1 the count. Chaffee at the plate. She'll be playing her college ball at Trine University, a Division III school in Indiana. And in the first meeting, back on March 28th at Basha, Chaffee had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs.
Wow.
Against Fritz. And gonna check, no swing there, so 2-1 the count. So, you know, Chaffee having some success against Fritz. It's got to bode well for her here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, she's going to be looking to take a pitch that she can drive and drive far to try and get her team in the positive momentum.
2-1 the count. How about the off speed by Fritz?
It's just dirty, and she's locating it, which is what a lot of pitchers may not be able to do at this level. She's using her ability to locate on the outside corner to get and freeze the batter at the plate.
That was filthy. 2-2 the count. Misses up high here, full count to Chaffee. Hit 379 on the year, 4 bombs. She's got some power, and that ball just seems to jump off her bat.
And a lot of that works with her path to the ball, her ability to use her legs consistently.
Full count, Fritz delivers. Chaffee falls it off. She wants to see another one.
Absolutely, why wouldn't you? You want to make these pitchers throw as many balls as they can, and that's what we've seen from both sides so far. Seeing a lot of pitches, a lot of foul balls, and it's already barely the first inning.
Yes. Top of 2 here. The 6A state championship game. Perry, Basha, Premier Region rivals. And strikeout for Fritz to start off the top of the 2nd inning as Chaffee goes down swinging.
And this is all about location, location, location. Fritz is using that outside corner to her advantage, and it's working. She's clipping that outside corner right on the edge of the plate.
One away here, top of the 2nd inning. Fritz with the strikeout in the circle to get things started on Chaffee. That's now going to bring up Noelle Gum. And let's quickly check in with Sandy.
Thanks, Chris. I spoke with Basha's head coach, Kaylee Pomeroy, on Natalie Fritz. She told me she's a workhorse in the circle and one of the loudest kids in the dugout. She's really worked on her spin this year and perfecting her spots. She wants the ball and controls the pace of game. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And that's somebody who would know about pitching and some spin. Kaylee Pomeroy. She's a former pitcher for the Basha Bears and went on to play, you might have heard of this school, GCU.
Woo!
There we go. Lopes up.
Lopes up, everybody.
Lopes up, Gianna. Yeah, head coach for the Basha Bears. 2-1 the count. Yeah, Pomeroy, not only the head coach, but the pitching coach as well. She calls the pitches for Basha. That ball gets popped out foul. 2-2 the count.
I like that Fritz is being called a workhorse, right? You hear it so many times like, oh, well, we're going to go to her because we can trust her. And that says a lot about the Basha pitching coach and her ability to trust in Fritz and her success rate.
It was a good look right there at Pomeroy. Catches the corner for strike 3. Gum goes down looking. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 away here in the top of the 2nd.
And it's nice to see Fritz kind of settling in here and using that pitch on the outside corner to her advantage. It's a pitch that freezes people if you're not ready for it. And Perry needs to kind of get on their game with that outside pitch and be willing to swing at it because it's going to be called for a strike tonight.
Janae Mathis now at the plate for the Pumas. 3rd baseman, hitting .403 on the season. That's 2nd best on this Perry team. Going to be playing her college ball at Arkansas Pine Bluff. Again, another player going to the next level.
It's so exciting to see so many girls going to the next level and being able to get that opportunity because they're playing at such a great school as well as in a great state for softball.
1-1 the count as Mathis swings through that one. She's having a tremendous playoff run, is Mathis. 10 of 14, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. Is that okay?
I mean, I think that's great. But why wouldn't you? You just look at certain players and you say, yes, they can play well when the going gets tough, when the pressure is on. And you can see that with Mathis.
That's in 4 games.
That's so impressive.
It's players like that that get you in the state championship game. 1-2 the count. Fritz delivers outside. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 2nd.
What I'd like to see from Fritz is maybe honing in that strike zone a little bit more, not missing so far on some of her pitches, but seeing if she can get more swings and misses.
Fritz delivers. Mathis fouls it away. Fritz is looking very comfortable in the circle here.
You know, she looks like she could go play college next year, and that's so exciting for her because she still has another year before she, you know, gets to move on to that next level.
Mathis goes down swinging. 3 strikeouts here in the top of the second for Fritz. She's got 4 for the game. We head to the bottom of the second in the 6A state championship. When we come back, you're watching Arizona's Family. Fritz is dealing here tonight. And welcome back, everybody, as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And you want to look at 2 teams that are battle-tested here. The Premier Region is loaded each and every year. And you've got Basha and Perry. You know, Xavier, they were the 2-time defending state champions, and it wasn't so long ago that Hamilton was putting together back-to-back state championship seasons.
Well, and I think being a part of that Premier Region really sets the girls up to be successful when they get to the nitty-gritty, when they have to play through playoffs and then make it to this championship game.
To lead things off here in the bottom of the second for Basha, it's going to be number 17, the right fielder, Nikki Jamin. Jamin hit .376 during the season. Fouls this one off here. If she can get on base, she wheels to her.
And that's what you want out of her right now. You want her to get on base so you can use the opportunity. Man, all these hit batters, they're making me flinch up here.
That one hit her left knee.
Ouchie.
Trying to walk that one off a little bit. Just rub some dirt on it. You're good.
She's good.
It's a state championship game after all.
She's running on adrenaline. She's good.
Exactly. How about the off speed there, fooling Jamin, and fouls that one off.
Honestly, that's pretty impressive that she kept that in foul territory instead of, you know, a weak ground ball to the left side.
So 1-2 the count to Jamin. She was 1 of 3 in the second meeting of the season against Perry with 3 RBIs. Takes that pitch outside, 2-2 the count. What are you seeing from Alexa Ortiz here early on in the circle for Perry?
I'm seeing a lot of fight from her right now, especially after that first inning, you know, that tough error in, you know, right field and having that runner on third and stranding her. That was huge for Perry.
Jamin gets jammed on that one. Yeah, Basha had runner on third base, no outs. Ortiz settled down and went to work and took the 2, 3, and 4 hitters down, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and that's just really impressive from her and her ability to settle in, like we've talked about for all of these pitchers, and be willing to throw what she's good at and trust her spin.
2-2 the count to Jamin. Fouls that one foul. Let's check back in with Sandy.
Thanks, Chris. I did talk to Alexa just when she came in, and I said, how are you feeling? She said she's excited. This is surreal. I asked her how she's going to keep these hitters off balance. She said she likes to throw her changeup or her curveball, so that's what she's going to rely on. Back to you.
I like the investigative reporting from Sandy, talking to all the players during the game there in the dugouts.
She's getting the inside scoop for us. It's awesome.
She's got the all-access pass down there. And how about a little pop out there to the second baseman handling it for Perry. That is Kayla Cito. So Ortiz doing a nice job in the circle here for the Pumas.
And what we've seen on both sides is, like I talked about, a lot of fly balls and a lot of foul balls too. So they're trying to make the pitchers throw and get that mistake pitch. And that's been what we've seen is key, not only in the game before this, but right now too.
Well, Basha hasn't really hit a hard ball yet against Ortiz. I mean, there was the one fly ball to right field, but the ball wasn't exactly barreled by any stretch of the imagination. Ortiz has done a really nice job of keeping these Bears hitters off balance.
Yes, absolutely. And she's comfortable using both sides of the plate, which is something you want to see from your pitcher, especially in a game as serious as this one. Being comfortable using the changeup, the curveball, you know, anything up in the zone. And if she continues to do that, it's going to be hard for Basha to get on top of her.
Ashley Kane, the third baseman, at the plate. And when you talk about serious games, Gianna, are you saying the state championship game is a serious game?
Yes, absolutely. Why wouldn't it be?
I'm just checking.
You're playing at ASU. Come on.
Playing for the trophy here
yes.
tonight. 3-0 the count. And Ortiz catches the corner there, 3-1.
And that was a pretty big trophy. I never really saw it until we panned to it. It's a giant trophy.
The big gold glove.
Yes.
3-1 the count. To the third baseman, Kane. She'll be playing her college ball at University of Charleston, West Virginia next season. Swinging and miss there, 3-2. Kane has a sister, Rachel, who's a sophomore infielder. There's a lot of sister connections we'll get to later on this Basha team. So the count goes from 3-0 to full count here. One away, bottom of the second. Ortiz delivers. Fly ball, deep right field, and it is gone! Ashley Kane, solo blast to right field, and the Basha Bears strike first.
And this is what we talked about. You need that clutch hitting. You need that big hit to get the positive momentum on your side. And this is huge for the Basha Bears right now. And hopefully they can continue to use this to their advantage. And that's a great job, seeing a low pitch, kind of in her zone, in her wheelhouse, but making sure she takes it that way.
And how about staying back on that off-speed pitch?
Absolutely. And it takes a lot of power in order to get an off-speed pitch over the fence. And this is not a short field. They are playing on a real-life college field. So that ball just traveled.
2-0-2 down the right field line. Ashley Kane gives the Basha Bears a 1-0 lead with her 5th home run of the season, a solo blast. 1-0 Bears over the Pumas. And that's now going to bring up the number 7 hitter, the first baseman, Morgan Bragg.
And the Basha Bears are fired up. I see some cowboy hats down there with some fluff and feathers, and it's great. It's fun. They're having fun down there.
That's quite the combo. Fluff and feathers.
Sparkles, I think. There's a lot going on down there, but it's fun.
There's a lot going on right there. Look at that look. Looks like they're at the Kentucky Derby.
Yes,
with that,
absolutely.
With the hat selections.
I mean, yeah, but you're having fun with it. That's what you want to do. And we always talk about not letting the game or the moment get too big and just kind of playing your game. And if your game is having fun with cowboy hats, then so be it.
They wear it well.
Yes.
2-1 the count to Bragg, the freshman. There's a deep shot left field, and having a beat on it off the glove of the left fielder, Sammy Kaufman-Warner. And it's going to be a foul ball. Boy, that ball was close to being touched in fair territory. Let's take another look here. Kaufman-Warner giving chase, still in fair territory.
But on the other side of the line is where she stepped when she had the ball. That's a tough call.
So Morgan Bragg steps back in, fouls this one off. And our umpires for this evening behind home plate, Kevin Rust. At first base is Matt Orlando. And at third base is Dominic Offo. And it was Dominic Offo making the call there on that play.
And a good call.
Yes.
I mean, watching the replay, I was like, maybe, but that was a tough call to make, but he did it correctly. She was moving into foul territory and stepped in foul territory as soon as she caught the ball.
So we got a full count now. We got all sorts of action, not only on the field, but in the press box up here with us. Gianna moving quickly.
There's bugs.
To avoid some kind of action. Swing and a miss. Ortiz battles to get the strikeout here. 2 away. Bottom of the second.
And this is Ortiz showing that fight, showing that battle, because, I mean, Bragg took her deep, and then she fouled off a good pitch, and then, you know, Ortiz came back and made sure that she made her pay for it here.
2 away. And that will now bring up the catcher, Kaylin Quinney, the junior. She's verbally committed to play her college ball at Weber State. She's got to wait another year for that. Hit .397 on the season for this Basha team. Their team batting average was .391.
Oh my gosh.
They can absolutely rake. And Ortiz quickly jumps out ahead in the count, 0-2.
Well, you know, you have to be excited. Weber State is a great team, and they are comfortable winning. They win a lot there. So it's so exciting for Quinney to be able to go there, and they love to hit there. So it's so exciting for her to be able to go and showcase that there.
Heading to Ogden, Utah, and she's going to have the benefit of hitting in some altitude.
Yes.
Up there in Utah as well. 0-2 the count. Ortiz delivers down low, and Quinney just spits at that one. I'm not chasing that. 1-2. Good look at Ortiz, the senior, 4-year varsity performer. And talking to head coach Nate Harder, Ortiz lives for these moments.
You have to live for these moments when you get these moments presented to you. So every softball player dreams of playing in the championship, whether that's in college or whether that's in high school. They want this opportunity, and so they want to play well, and that's what they'll work towards all season long.
Yeah, and this is the first time that Perry as a program has played in the state championship game.
And that's so exciting because Ortiz gets this opportunity now, and she gets to be the leader for her team, leading her team to a possibility of a championship.
How cool was Quinney in the box? That pitch went behind her, and she didn't even flinch.
Nope, I would have ran out of the way.
Take another look at this. She didn't even move.
That was way too close to the knee for me.
And Quinney goes down swinging. Ortiz gets her to chase at the high and away. And we are through 2 innings. But it was the solo blast right here by Ashley Kane that gives the Bears the lead 1-0 as we are through 2 innings here in the state championship game. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Banner Sports Medicine, the exclusive sports medicine provider of the AIA and Arizona High School sports. By Regano's Neighborhood Italian Joint, celebrating 30 years of timeless classics. By Mountain America Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of the AIA. And by NextCare Urgent Care, the exclusive urgent care of the AIA. We head now to the top of the 3rd inning, but You know, it's a family affair here for the Basha Bears. You got the Quinnies, you got 3 of them, then you got the Canes, and then you got the Braggs. So not just a tight team, but it's a tight family as well.
No kidding, and that builds a ton of trust for a team as well, because when you know you're playing with your sisters, you know you got somebody out there that has your back.
Well, it's funny because when you talk about your teammates, you're talking about them as like being your sisters as well.
Absolutely.
Well, it certainly is such a thing here for the Basha Bears. To lead things off here in the top of the third for Perry, it is the center fielder, Amaya Hernandez. 1-1 the count.
And it looks like it's going to be another tight pitching duel for both teams tonight. We saw it a little bit earlier this afternoon with the game beforehand, but now we're seeing it again with these two teams and two great pitchers.
Yeah, 1-2 now the count. Fritz gets ahead of Hernandez. You look at Hernandez, she's verbally committed to BYU. Besides softball, she's also a wrestler at Perry, and she went to state. She went to the state tournament in wrestling for the Pumas.
That is so cool. And, you know, BYU is a great softball program, so that's so exciting for her to be able to go and experience that culture over there.
How about that combination? A little softball, a little wrestling?
I don't think I've ever heard that before, but that's so awesome.
Maya Hernandez, she's got a 2-2 count. Fritz delivers, fouls that one off. She'll see another one. Yeah, Hernandez, she was first team Premier Region last year. She's got 2 home runs in the postseason, so she's been a clutch performer here for the Pumas.
Well, and that's what you want. You want clutch hitters. You want people that aren't going to shy away from the spotlight in this time right now.
Off-speed pitch by Fritz, just misses, full count.
And I like Hernandez's confidence out there. She does her little walk. She's got her thing going, and she looks like she could go play at BYU right now and be successful.
She's got a little moxie out there. The wind's starting to pick up here at Farrington Stadium. And fouling that one off is Hernandez, full count. The wind is blowing in right now. So it's going to be tough to hit one out of the yard right now.
Well, and it's something to take note of, especially when you're an outfielder as well as an infielder. That just means that you're going to have to continuously communicate with each other.
Hernandez fouls another. Boy, she is really battling Fritz right now and seeing a lot of pitches.
Well, she has to. This is what her team needs. And again, with the lovely stuff in the dugout. I love the glasses, the hats. It's superstition at its finest. I love it.
Well, I was expecting you to come in here with some different get-ups.
Oh no, my time for that has definitely passed. I was the weirdo superstition person, so.
Hey, it wasn't that long ago. You were a standout for GCU last year and a 2-time all-WAC conference performer, as well as all-tournament team. Your GCU Lopes, by the way.
Yes.
Make it to postseason again.
Yes.
But they will face UCLA.
For back-to-back years, yes. But it'll be fun.
It's a tough draw. 8th pitch of the at-bat here. Fritz Hernandez, the delivery. Shot to left center field. Off the wall, Hernandez digging for 2. A leadoff double for the junior center fielder, Amaya Hernandez. Perry Pumas in business.
And clutch hitting is where it comes up again with Hernandez, and a great job. She fouled off pitches. She saw 8 pitches in the at-bat. She found the one that she could drive to get her team possibly on the board right now, and this could have a huge effect on Perry and how they continue to work through this inning.
And that's now going to bring up the second baseman, Kayla Cito, the number 9 hitter. What do you do here? Let her swing away? Do you maybe try to lay a bunt down and move her to third?
Well, you know, with nobody out, your job right now is to get her in scoring position.
And she squared around a bunt, but fouls it off.
I like the idea to bunt right now. What I need from Cito to do is to make sure her bat head is out in front, not letting it drag behind her. When it's out in front, then you have a better chance of making sure it's in fair territory. When you let that bat fall behind you, behind the plate, that's when it starts to go in foul territory.
So 0-1 the count. Amaya Hernandez, the leadoff double to start things here in the top of the third for Perry, who trail 1-0, and taking the strike there, 0-2 to Cito. So you got to think that takes the bunt out of play here now.
But you still have the opportunity to go to that right side to kind of make sure that your runner can get to third easily.
Fritz gets the punch out for the first out. Boy, how about the composure of the junior right-hander, Natalie Fritz. Gave it the leadoff double, and she comes right back here with the punch out.
And that's a really good job and a tough pitch to hit and not pop out because it was up in the zone. But a great job by Fritz, not getting rattled by that leadoff double.
Now back to the top of the order here for Perry, and it's the left fielder, the sophomore, Sammy Kaufman-Warner. She struck out her first time up. Opportunity here, though, to tie this game up with a runner in scoring position at second base, Hernandez, after the leadoff double. 0-1 the count, one away.
And I like that Sammy's going to her slap right now to see if she can get something going. We watched her, look to hit away in the first inning. But I'm thinking maybe the slap might be her best opportunity.
Lays down the bunt. Fritz can't handle it off her glove. What a heads-up play by the third baseman for Basha. Terrific play there by Ashley Kane to field that ball from the glove of Fritz and fire to first for out number 2.
And that's great to know for Fritz that she has her defense back behind her and is giving her an opportunity to get outs. And yeah, some pitchers are going to make mistakes. That's okay. They're worried about the batter. And so that was a great job. But you also have to remember that Hernandez was on second. She had to freeze because the ball was in the air. So she doesn't get to move up to third. And that's is tough right now for Perry.
And now up to number 2 hitter, Sienna Kunze, the shortstop. She walked in her first at bat. So after the leadoff double by Amaya Hernandez, it's 2 quick outs with Kunze at the plate.
And I like that Perry is trying to make things happen. They're trying to manufacture runs through the bunt, through, certain situations like that, but they're just not executing right now. And I have a feeling when they start to do that, that's when they're going to become dangerous.
0-1 the counts. Fritz delivers down low. And going down to get that for Basha, the catcher, Kaylin Quinney. And that's a great thing if you are the pitcher, Fritz, and you got a catcher you can rely on. You can put some balls down the dirt knowing she's going to keep it in front of her.
Yes, and, it shows their ability to connect, but the bond that they created probably early on this season. If they trust in themselves, that battery becomes super dangerous.
The Basha Bears looking for their third state title in program history. They went back-to-back in 2008, 2009, and Kaylee Pomeroy was a freshman in that 2009 state title team. The Bears' current head coach played left field in that state title game as a freshman. There's a drive to center field, and camping underneath it to make the catch for the third out is Alina Quinney. We head to the bottom of the third when we come back in the 6A state championship game on Arizona's Family.
Everybody struggles sometimes. When you need someone to talk to, or when you're concerned about a friend or loved one, call, text, or live chat the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. 988 crisis counselors are available 24/7 to listen, provide free confidential support, and get you the help you need. When you reach out to 988, hope always answers.
Welcome back to the 6A State Softball Championship. I'm joined by Perry head coach Nate Harder. Nate, what are you checking right now?
We got to find a way to get some more runners on or score them when we get them on. But this is a great atmosphere, a lot of fun. The girls are having a blast. I screwed up last inning, called the wrong pitch, and so we're down 1-0 because of me right now.
Let's touch on your pitching. Alexa, what have you seen from her?
She's just a bulldog. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. If I don't screw up and call that pitch, where it should be 0-0 right now. She's lights out, and she's amazing right now.
Adjustments at the plate, what do you want to see?
We just got to find a way to put the ball in play. A couple strikeouts looking, too many strikeouts, and we just got to find a way to get them on and get them over.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Chris, we'll send it to you.
Thank you so much, Sandy, and thank you to Perry head coach Nate Harder. And I'll tell you what, Gianna, I think just about anybody would want to play for Nate Harder, taking the blame for the home run ball.
I know, and he said it was my call, it was my pitch call that I made, and you know, that just means that he's all out for his team and he wants his girls to be successful, but it also shows that he's supportive of them, and he says, hey, that's my bad.
Grounder to third base off the bat of Grace McNulty. It's going to be a foul ball. Bring McNulty back in, and Basha going for the state championship here tonight. Their football team won the Open Division State Championship back in the fall. Chris McDonald does a terrific job leading that Basha Bear football program, and they're going to have an opportunity to go for back-to-back state championships next year. Got the outstanding quarterback DeMond Williams, and there's a little slap there, soft liner to third base for the first out. Now, you were a slap hitter during your time in your career. What is the key to being a good slap hitter?
The key to being a good slap hitter a lot of times is being disciplined at the plate and being willing to put the ball on the ground to allow somebody else to make the mistake. You have to rely on your speed in order to make the defense make mistakes, be chaotic. You want to make the infielders look dumb.
And that will now bring up Gabby Garcia, the leadoff hitter, and she had the fly ball to right field. Misplayed out there by Pashota, and Garcia ended up on third base with no outs, but Ortiz bared down, and Garcia was stranded at third there to end the first inning.
Yeah, and like we talked about Ortiz, and you know, like her coach said too, just a bulldog out there doing what she can to make sure these Basha hitters are staying on their heels. They're struggling at the plate. She doesn't ever want them to be comfortable.
Well, Gabby's mom, Kara Brun Garcia, she played shortstop here at ASU. Comes from great family lineage, and she used to be the head coach here at Basha, and then she stepped away because she wanted to be available to go to JJ's track meets when she threw the javelin and just be a mom. And also Gabby's got a younger sister, JJ, who does the shot put and discus.
Oh, wow.
Finished second in the discus and third in the shot put this year, and she finished fourth in state in both of those events last year as a freshman.
Wow. That's just showing the true athleticism of that family.
Big shot, right field. That is a no-doubter. It is gone. Gabby Garcia going deep. And the Bears take a 2-0 lead.
This is what you expect to see from the Oklahoma commit. Taking one deep, but being able to find the pitch that she needed. She flew out to that same section to right field earlier on, but that just shows her ability to make an adjustment going into this at bat now. And that's a pitch up in the zone, and she must have been ready for it or looking for it, because that's a hard pitch to take out of the yard.
That ball was absolutely smoked.
Yes.
Wow. A 2-0 lead now for the Bears. Solo shots. It was Ashley Kane in the second inning, and now it's Gabby Garcia's turn. 2-0 Bears here, bottom of the third.
You know, you have to look at your pitchers. In my opinion, that's not that bad of a pitch. That pitch is up in the zone. Normally that's called a ball, but I think Gabby Garcia was just expecting it and ready to hit what she knew she could take out of the park.
Well, that's what an Oklahoma commit looks like.
Yes, yes.
hitting 552 on the year coming into tonight. That's now her 12th home run on the season. That ranks 4th in all of 6A. I mean, she's got so much power. Her 4th home run of the postseason, 9 RBIs.
And, you know, Oklahoma goes to the postseason literally every single year. So it's great to see that Gabby Garcia is ready for that because she's showing out in postseason right now.
And there's a pop-up to the shortstop, going back to make the play for Perry. That is Sienna Kunze, 2 away.
And right now, if you're Perry, you feel a little down, but you're only down by 2 runs. And we've seen so many times that softball changes so quickly that 2 runs can be made up with just a couple hits strung together next inning.
Well, you look at Ortiz, she's only give up 2 hits.
And they're 2 home runs. And that's what kills you, unfortunately.
Swing and a miss here for Basha's second baseman, Ada Martinez. With 2 outs here, bottom of the 3rd. Martinez hit .420 on the season. She can handle the bat up there. 1-1 the count.
And it's so crazy looking at some of these girls' batting averages. It just seems like they're through the roof, 400s, 500s, and you realize that that's the reason they're in the state championship right now is because of those numbers.
That and the pitchers in the circle, they can get it done at both ends.
Absolutely, because when you look at the pitchers' numbers, they're lower than 1 ERA, which is unheard of a lot of times. So, you know, it's really just impressive.
2-1 the count. Outside, 3-1 now to Martinez. It's always interesting to see how the pitchers respond after giving up a long ball.
You always want them to come back. You always want them to get as many strikes as they can. You want to make the next batter either roll over or strike out. You don't want to give them the opportunity to go back to back.
And gives up the walk here with 2 outs to Martinez. And that will now bring up the center fielder, Alina Quinney. Quinney struck out in the 1st inning. Ortiz misses up high.
And if you're Basha, you have to think this may be the one opportunity all game you get to continuously put runs on the board against Perry. Ortiz may lock in next inning, and you may not be able to get on base again. So they have to take this opportunity and run with it.
2-0 the count. And we're going to have a timeout. And Nate Harder's going to come out and have a meeting. What do you think the message is here from the Pumas head coach?
Sometimes, you know, a coach going out to talk to his pitcher is more so to just stop the game, stop the bleeding, do what he can to get the momentum back in the circle, have her feeling more control. When you give up a big home run like that and then you walk the next batter, that's when you start to feel like your pitcher's getting out of control, and that's not what you want. So sometimes it's just a matter of bringing them in saying, hey, you got this, let's focus on this pitch, and then nothing more than that. Just trying to keep it simple.
Kaylee Pomeroy, Basha head coach, she's got to be happy with what she's seen so far. A couple of solo blasts to give her Bears squad a 2-0 lead here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 away, 2-0 the count. And how about Ortiz catching the corner inside?
Absolutely, and I'm sure that's what her coach came and talked to her a little bit about was, hey, let's pound the strike zone. Let's give them the opportunity to make the mistake on your good pitches. And it's probably worrisome, you know, that she gave up those 2 pretty big home runs.
Off speed right there, 2-2. Runner on first, 2 away. Alina Quinney at the plate. 2-2 the count.
And here's this fight from Ortiz and, you know, her ability to try and get her team out of this inning right now.
Fouls that one off. Sounds like there might have been a fan that made an error trying to haul in that foul ball.
Yes, I think he was very sad about it.
We heard a few boos out there.
Yes, we did. They were unhappy. The fans were unhappy.
Well, I'll tell you what. Quinny's sending some souvenirs balls out here in this at bat.
One of them went flying to the parking lot over there. So hopefully someone's paying attention and it doesn't hit a car.
If not, they'll just they'll send the bill to Quinny. Low and inside, full count. Ortiz just trying to get out of this inning at this point. Keep this a 2-0 game.
Absolutely. With 2 outs and the 3-2 count right now, she really just needs to limit the damage so Perry can go back into the dugout and put more runs on the board, try and, you know, only have to get 2 or 3 runs back.
And gives up the walk. Bases now first and second with 2 outs for the Bears. And that's now going to bring up the right fielder, Nikki Jamin. Jamin popped out to second base her first time up.
And I think this is a huge testament to the Basha's approach right now. They want to see a ton of pitches for Ortiz. They want to make her make the mistake so they can continue hitting good pitches and be able to continue to put these runs on the board for their team so Perry's out of the reach.
So it's been back-to-back walks now for OTs with 2 outs.
And that's what's tough, is when you have those 2-out walks, it kind of brings the team momentum down a little bit because you feel like you're so close to getting back in the dugout, and then those back-to-back walks, sometimes they come back to hurt you.
0-1 count to Jamin. Make it 0-2 to Jamin. Jamin is just a freshman for Basha. How about that, playing under the bright lights of the 6A state championship game as a freshman?
I don't know how she's not nervous. She doesn't look nervous at all.
Who's to say she's not? Outside, 1-2. Well, we saw a freshman in the circle for Desert Mountain in the 5A state championship game, going the distance for the Desert Mountain Wolves and getting them the victory. Lily Goose Goodwin getting it done for the Wolves, delivering a state championship. 1-2 the count here. Jamin goes down swinging. And we are through 3 innings here in the AIA 6A state championship game. It was a Gabby Garcia blast to right field, a no-doubter, giving the Bears a 2-0 lead right here on Arizona's Family.
Okay, we're almost there, but you gotta be quiet. Bears are known to fish these waters too. Hey, right there.
Dad, this isn't what I expected when you said bears fished here.
I know, they're using lures today and not live bait.
Well, bears do know fishing.
Bears know a lot of things.
Good old-fashioned family food, black bear dimer.
Are you a homeowner? You may qualify for a cash-out refinance. Cash for home renovations, cash for paying debt, or cash for whatever you need most. Connect with your local loan officer at Nova Home Loans today and see what you qualify for. Nova Home Loans will always provide you with the best combination of service, rates, and fees. Home values have increased, which could mean more cash to you. Don't wait. Apply today at NovaHomeLoans.com. Nova Home Loans. Our mission is simple. Yes.
Welcome back to the 6A State Softball Championship. I'm now joined by Basha's head coach, Kaylee Pomeroy. Kaylee, what have you been able to see from your starting pitcher, Natalie?
I think right now she's just really commanding the zone, kind of hoping that she continues to go out there and hit her spots and spin the ball and be tough. So I'm really proud of her for what she's doing right there.
Offensively, 2 home runs. How have you been able to get it done at the plate so far?
I think AK and Gabby both got deep in the count, so that's what we're going to have to do as we move forward. A lot of game left.
Awesome. Thank you. Chris, back up to you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And Basha head coach Kaylee Pomeroy, she had to hustle right there because she not only coaches third base when the team's out in the field, she also calls the pitches for Natalie Fritz. So nice job there by Sandy, getting Pomeroy in and out of that interview.
She's got stuff to do. She's got things to do, important things.
And that includes doing an interview with Sandy.
Absolutely. And then she's got to do even more important things.
Exactly. Lead things off here for Perry in the top of the 4th inning. It is the catcher, Rachel Connors. Skies one behind third base, now into foul territory. Gabby Garcia runs over to make the play for the first out.
And that was a great play. She had to run a long way to make sure she got over there and made the grab. And just a really great player. We've seen so many athletic plays from her, not only the home run, but now, getting it done on defense.
And it is so nice as a pitcher when you have the defense helping you out like that.
Well, it helps you stay comfortable. It helps you, zone in and get what you want done when you can throw the pitches that you're comfortable throwing, knowing that your defense is going to make plays for you.
And now that brings up the pitcher, Alexa Ortiz, at the plate for Perry. Hit .349 during the year, 4 home runs on the season. Big shot down the left field line. That is foul. That was a loud foul ball.
Yeah, and that was a heartbreaker, too. I mean, that's what you want. That's a line drive shot that just kept going. And she saw the inside pitch early and turned on it quickly, which is why it did continue to go foul. But honestly, just a great job. And probably not a pitch she's going to see again.
No. Off the top of the wall.
Yes.
But foul. 1-1 the count. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Now 2-1. Fly ball right field. Camped underneath it to make the play is Nikki Jamin for out number 2.
And I like to see that Fritz has settled in, especially with this 2-0 lead. You can see the comfortability showing as she continues to throw good pitches to try and get these Perry hitters out. And the longer she continues to throw those zeros up there for them, the easier it's going to be for Basha to go home with a win.
Right now, Perry just 1 hit so far tonight, but Basha only has 2 hits, but they were both solo home runs.
Yes, and it's just proving the power that Basha has when they continue to bring batters up to the plate that can hit solo home runs. Not only your leadoff, but later in the order too.
At the plate now for Perry, it is Talisa Chaffee, the designated player, takes that pitch outside. 1-1 the count. And that looked like it hit the butt of the bat there.
Yep, the knob. It definitely did. And you knew right off the bat.
One and 2 the count, 2 away.
Wow, narrowly missed her hand too.
Going for the check swing and catches the knob. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Natalie Fritz. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Basha Bears with the lead, 2-0. The Bears to grab the bats when we come back right here on Arizona's Family. Time now for our game summary, brought to you by Ottawa University Surprise. Prepare for a life of significance. The difference here is in the hits. Basha with 2, both of them long balls. And Perry with just the 1 hit. How about the strikeouts here by the 2 pitchers?
You know, a great job by both pitchers, but you can see that Fritz has really settled in and started dealing with those 7 strikeouts. And I like that Basha has 2 hits and 2 runs. And, you know, so many times you see the more hits, you may not continue to get those runs, but if you continue to produce those hits, you want to continue to put those runs across as well.
Head now to the bottom of the 4th inning here in the AIA 6A State Championship game. Chris Harris here, along with Gianna Nicoletti, the former GCU standout, as well as Sandy Charles down on the field. So glad you could join us here on Arizona's Family. Beautiful night for some softball here at Arizona State's Farrington Stadium, also known as Club Farrington. And it is a bit festive out here, not only in the stands, but in the dugout as well. We've seen some pretty solid looks on some of the players.
And a big crowd tonight as well. I didn't know if it was going to be as big as our game before, but it really filled up quickly here.
Well, when you get Perry and Basha, 2 schools located 6 miles apart, premier region rivals, state championship game, guess what? They're going to show up.
And you have to love loyal fans, you know, driving down here to Tempe, making sure they support their school. It's just great stuff.
Well, not only do they like their sports, Gianna, but even better, they like their bragging rights.
Yes, they do, especially 6 miles apart, yes.
3-1 the count to Ashley Kane. Hit the solo home run in the bottom of the 2nd inning to get the Bears on the board first. And she takes the walk here to start things off in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's now going to bring up the first baseman, Morgan Bragg.
You know, and I appreciate the fact that, you know, they let Kane walk almost, because she hit such a far home run earlier that, yeah, you have to pitch around her because she showed her ability. But, you know, I like Ortiz and her continuous efforts at the plate and making sure that she's continuing to pitch these Basha hitters.
That one gets fouled off. Now at the plate, Morgan Bragg, the freshman first baseman. So you take a good look at Ortiz right there. But Bragg at the plate, 10 home runs on the season. That ranks 2nd on the team behind Garcia's now 12 home runs. Shows bunt, pulls it back. While we have a moment, we'll congratulate the Perry boys volleyball team for winning the state championship over the weekend. Beat Highland in 5 sets, led by Tyler McBurney. And how about Kirk Valadez coming up big in the state championship game? And he was a big part of that state title for the Pumas. Kirk Valadez, the senior, stepping up big on the biggest stage. helping lead Perry Pumas to the boys volleyball state championship. And that's the second title in the last 3 years for Perry.
That's awesome, and I'm sure they're going to want to bring some more hardware home tonight.
Going to take a little work here, trailing 2-0. Boy, great pitch there by Ortiz. Jams Bragg. Pops it out to the shortstop there, Kunze, for out number 1.
Yeah, I liked her approach here during this at-bat. Ortiz made sure that she was using both sides of the plate, but then wasn't afraid to go inside and jam Bragg there to make sure she got an out.
And that's now going to bring up Kaylin Quinney, the catcher. Ashley Kane led off the bottom of the 4th with a walk. She is on first base. Kaylin Quinney at the plate.
And I like the idea of bunting for both Morgan Bragg and Kaylin Quinney, because they're trying to manufacture more runs. They want insurance runs, and we've talked so many times about the importance of those insurance runs.
Perry's defense getting out number 2 here, but moving the runner to second base, so now the Bears have a runner in scoring position with 2 away.
And this is what we want to see, a good sacrifice bunt, giving up your at-bat in order to move the runner in scoring position to allow for, Grace McNulty now.
So the Bears already with a 2-0 lead, trying to add to it. McNulty at the plate, the sophomore. Slaps it to the shortstop, coming up to make the play. Great job by Sienna Kunze to make the play for the 3rd out. And we are through 4 innings here in the AIA 6A state championship game. Basha on top, 2-0. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody, as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And look at this list, Gianna, of the college commits for Perry. This is how you make it to a state championship game, when you have talent like this.
And you have to get excited that so many girls are taking the opportunity to go to the next level and play there, and they're going to have so much success, and it's going to be such a blast for them to be able to experience college softball at its finest.
Impressive stuff right there for Nate Harder's team. To lead things off here in the top of the 5th for the Pumas, it will be number 15, Nojo Gum. And she was on that list. She's going to be playing at Park University in Missouri next season. She is one of the team leaders for this Perry team. Swing and a miss right there as Fritz goes off speed.
Man, that off-speed pitch has been working for Fritz, and I'm glad that she's using it in especially an 0-1 count. Hitters a lot of times are going to look for that speed in that count, and I mean, it's just falling right off the table, so it's nearly impossible to hit if you're not ready for it.
0-2 the count. Outside there But you know she's feeling good. She's feeling confident when she's dealing that.
Absolutely. A changeup is a tough pitch to throw, especially consistently at this age. But if she's using it consistently in these different types of counts, she's going to show more of her dominance.
1-2 the count to Gum. She pops it up, foul. Let's check in with Sandy.
Thanks, Chris. We are seeing Natalie Fritz in that circle, and she is all business. But over here in the dugout, she is the one leading all of the cheers. She is all smiles. She is, I mean, her face is red. She is screaming so loud and so pumped up. But now in the circle, you can tell it is business. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. She gets the strikeout here for the first out in the top of the 5th inning.
And it's going back to that outside pitch that she has used so well and so consistently throughout this game. And, you know, getting Gum on a tough pitch on the outside corner is what she's going to continue to do if it's working for her.
Just couldn't quite pull the trigger there on Gum. She just got frozen.
Absolutely.
There's a shot back up in the middle, base hit. The second hit of the night comes off the bat of Janae Mathis, and now Perry with a runner on first and one away.
And I like that the bottom part of Perry's lineup, around 7-8, are, you know, producing for them, single and a double, giving them an opportunity to come up here and possibly move it to the top part of the lineup so they could get some runs in.
Yeah, the other hit was by Anaya Hernandez, who hit the double in the 3rd inning. A leadoff double, no less, but she got stranded. But now an opportunity here, and guess who's up? Anaya Hernandez, who had that double, fouls this one off, 0-1.
And I just love her approach at the plate. She does the same thing. She keeps her routine. She's got that good walk. You always have to have the sassy walk. That's the best thing. And, you know, she looks in control. She looks confident. It's her box.
0-1 the count for the one with the sassy walk, Anaya Hernandez, and timeout here. What kind of walk did Gianna Nicoletti have when she went to the plate?
A sassy walk.
You were the sassy walk?
I was the sassy walker.
Is that something you practiced, you worked on, or how's that happen?
No, it comes with
when you just play.
When you just play, you just have to have the walk.
There's a shot to right field, and coming in to make the catch out in right field was Nikki Jamin. You could see the wind kind of push that ball in, because coming off the bat, it looked like it was going to go deep.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that, because as soon as she hit it, I was like, that was solid contact that she had, and I think she saw this pitch really well, especially on the outside corner. She kept her hands there. It was a really great job with that pitch, but like you said, I think the wind, or it may have hung up a little too long, just certain things like that, maybe out of her control.
So now we got 2 outs. Mathis still at first base after her single with 1 out. Fouling that one away is the second baseman, Kayla Cito. Cito struck out in the 3rd in her first at bat. Inside, 1-1 the count.
And it's very interesting to me, just all day today, I haven't seen a ton of small ball, haven't seen a ton of hit and runs, and it's interesting because these games have been so close that we haven't seen it more.
Impressive pitching we have seen here in the 5A and 6A state championship games, no doubt about it. I want to make sure we mention Basha assistant coach Kayla Schultz. She played at Basha. She was a catcher, went on to play in college at Lindenwood University. Also another assistant coach, Mark Reno, on Kaylee Pomeroy's Basha staff. There's a shot, gets through the hole, just past Garcia, and Perry, with runners on first and second here in the top of the 5th with 2 away. And now we're going to head to the top of the order in Sammy Kaufman-Warner.
And this is a great job by Cito. Everybody talks about roles in the lineup. The 9 hitters role is when there is 2 outs, they are able to get it to the top of the lineup, and that's exactly what she did.
So now we got a meeting at the mound with Kaylee Pomeroy. What do you think the message is here?
Again, just kind of trying to cut the momentum from Perry right now with back-to-back hits, trying to remind them that we still have 2 outs, and, you know, although it's the top of the lineup, we can still get these hitters out.
And coming up will be Sammy Kaufman-Warner, the sophomore left fielder, 0 for 2 here tonight. Struck out in the first inning, grounded out to third in the 3rd inning. Big opportunity here for the Pumas. They trail 2-0. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Runners on first and second. Kaufman-Warner fouls that one back. So this is the 3rd time through the lineup now for Fritz. So you've already seen her twice, so you probably can make some adjustments at this point.
Absolutely, and you know, any good softball player is going to continue to make those adjustments in the box during her at bat. But since you've seen them for the 3rd time now, everybody needs to be making adjustments, whether that's pitching, whether that's hitting, you know, all through both sides of the lineups. They have to be willing to make those adjustments in order to move runners, to get, you know, runs on the board.
We talked about it earlier. Kaufman-Warner, a very versatile hitter. She can bunt, she can slap, swing away. And she's got a little juice in that bat, too. Takes the strike inside there, falls in a hole, 1-2.
You know, it's tough as a lefty, especially one that continues to slap and hit away and do so many different things. It's tough to hit that inside pitch because you're so used to seeing anything on the outside corner.
Fouls that one away to stay alive. How about the Basha pitcher, Natalie Fritz, bearing down here with runners on first and second. Here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
This is a big out for Fritz right now. When she gets this out, if she does, she gets the opportunity to go back in the dugout for her team, and she crushes any hope that Perry has right now.
Soft pop-up to Fritz for the 3rd and final out here in the top of the 5th inning. And the Pumas leave runners stranded on first and second. A big out there for Fritz. Basha with the lead, 2-0. We'll be back.
When life feels unsteady, it helps to take a deep breath and find your balance. This is true for finances, too. If you're overwhelmed by high-interest debt, transfer the balance to a low-rate Mountain America credit card. It's a great way to lower your monthly payment. And for a limited time, you'll receive a 3% cash bonus on the transferred amount. Begin your journey to financial enlightenment and receive a 3% bonus by transferring your balance to Mountain America today.
Summer's here, and with an exciting new Toyota, you can take a trip to the beach, the city, the mountains, the desert, ooh, the bayou. I think I'm sinking. Definitely sinking.
Right now, get 3.99% financing for 48 months on our most popular models, including Camry, Corolla, Highlander, RAV4, and Tacoma.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
We head now to the bottom of the 5th inning here in the AIA 6A State Championship game. And well, we saw the laundry list of the Perry Pumas players playing at the next level. How about the Basha Bears and batting leadoff on this is the Oklahoma commit, Gabby Garcia.
Yeah, and you know, all of these teams are Division I, and that's something to definitely take note of. And it just shows the culture that Basha is trying to create right now, bringing in big-time players that want to play at the next level so they get the opportunity to play in these big postseason tournament games.
Well, they don't only have just talent here at Basha, but during tonight's game, early on in between innings, they were awarded the AIA 6A Sportsmanship Award, and that is decided by all the officials that call the games, the umpires, and they all get together, and it was the Basha Bears that won the 6A award for sportsmanship. So great honor for them as well, receiving that.
Wow, and that just shows, you know, their all-around ability as players. They're well-rounded. They're not only great softball players and great athletes, but they're great people too.
To lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th, Boomer Sooner, Gabby Garcia, Gigi at the plate. Oh, are you kidding me? She hit the blast in the 3rd inning, and then she shows you the bunt as well here in the 5th.
The versatility is truly amazing, and I love the idea to bunt because third base is back behind third, first base is back behind first, infield is deep. It's a great idea by her.
If I was an infielder, I'd be standing in the grass.
Yes.
If Garcia was at the plate with the way she can hit the ball. It's a ball there, 1-2 the count. Wow. Look how quick she turned on that.
And it's so impressive because it was an inside and up pitch. Most people just pop that out quickly to the infield, but she took that deep.
Showing bunt here. Pulls it back and then able to slap it to center field. She is showing you the entire repertoire at the plate. Gabby Garcia, leadoff runner here to start the bottom of the 5th.
And that's what you want to see from your leadoff hitter. And you have to be excited about what she could do at the next level. Just being able to hit a pitch completely out of the zone and put it up the middle. I mean, I think she's perfect for Oklahoma because that's what they do best. They just hit everything.
Yeah, the top seed for the NCAA tournaments. It was a bunt. Ball is caught. Great play there by Ortiz, catching the bunt of Ocampo, and Garcia is able to hustle back to first base.
And you know what I want to see on both sides is a better bunting approach. Bunting is difficult to do, but when you square your shoulders, when your bat is in the correct position, you're not letting your top hand fall behind you, you have a better chance of, sack bunting. But you also have to be disciplined at the plate and actually get a good pitch to bunt.
And that will now bring up at the plate Ada Martinez, the second baseman for Basha. 0-1 the count, 1 out. I want to jump back to Garcia real quick, being the Oklahoma commit. Oklahoma, they've been checking out some talent here in Arizona. Grace Lyons, the former O'Connor standout, a senior there in Norman, Oklahoma.
And the captain for that matter, and she's, been so amazing for them and just been a great all-around player.
Boy, great job right there coming up to catch that soft liner. The second baseman for Perry, Kayla Cito, to make the play. We got 2 away.
And this was a great job by Cito. Seeing it started to die off, and she did a good job charging it as soon as she saw it and, making a good play there.
Good look at Cito. Senior second baseman, will be playing her college ball at South Dakota State next year. And she'll be joined by Willow Canyon first baseman Trinity Kennemer, as she'll be heading to South Dakota State as well.
And that's so exciting for South Dakota to get these great players coming in with great postseason experience as well.
Now up for Basha, center fielder Alina Quinney. And it's got to be exciting, too, that you have somebody else from Arizona going to South Dakota State. I'm sure Kennemer, along with Cito, probably know each other from playing ball here.
Oh, absolutely. And with travel ball especially, softball's a small world, and, especially because they're both in the championships right now, and I'm sure they've seen each other throughout college ball, and I'm sure the South Dakota State coach has made sure that they're in contact.
Missing down low and inside there is Ortiz. So 1-2 the count, 2 away here. Top of the 5th. Basha leading Perry by a score of 2-0. The AIA Softball State Championships presented by NextCare. There's a deep shot left field that is going to be foul. Boy, that ball was absolutely crushed.
That was a no-doubter right off her bat. I mean, regardless if it's foul, she got her hands there so fast. And if you see here, she's at the front of the box, which is so interesting because many times you don't see hitters doing that. They're normally back in the box so they can watch that rise or change up move a little bit more.
She was not fooled.
Not at all.
Ortiz going outside, snap throw to first. Connors keeping a close eye on Garcia over there.
You know, and I can't blame her because I feel like with her versatility, she could go at any moment.
2-2, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Check that bottom of the 5th. Boy, another shot down the left field line. What in the world is Quinny seeing right here on Ortiz?
I don't know, but she is swinging like she's taking batting practice right now. That was so great, and let alone twice in a row. So, you know, it wasn't the luck of the draw. It was just that she's seeing the ball like a beach ball right now.
Third time seeing her. Quinny's still up in the box, going to foul this one off. Still 2-2 with 2 outs. Garcia had the leadoff single to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. Ortiz retired the next 2 hitters. Beautiful night here at Farrington Stadium on the campus of Arizona State University. There's a chopper, gets through the hole up the middle. Keeping the rally alive here for Basha. They already lead 2-0. Here in the bottom of the 5th, and they're trying to add to that here with 2 outs.
Well, and we see so many times the importance of being able to get those insurance runs to make sure that if anything happens in that 7th inning, you're prepared.
That's going to bring up the right fielder. For Basha, and that's going to be number 17, Nikki Jamin. Big opportunity here for the Bears. Misses inside. Let's check in with Sandy.
Thanks, Chris. You mentioned the rally. Well, I found out, my investigative reporter found out about the cowboy hats here in Basha's dugout. And it's something they started in the postseason just for playoffs. They're rally caps. They are cowboy hats. After practice, they all went to a classroom to decorate their own per each other's personality. So there we go.
Pitch is catching the corner. There's Ortiz 1-1. Those are some stylish rally caps.
I love that idea, and letting every girl create her own with her own personality. I love that they all get the opportunity to do that.
It's back to the team bonding that they have. Ortiz misses up high, 2-1 the count.
And team bonding is so important because you have to build that team culture, because if you're a team that's successful enough to get to this championship level, to get to play in this game, you have to continue on that culture when you get a new batch of freshmen every year and you get rid of the seniors that were there and helped bring that culture about.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, 2 runners on. Basha with the 2-0 lead. Nikki Jamin at the plate trying to add to it here. This is a big situation here for Alexa Ortiz in the circle for the Pumas. Off speed. Jamin fouls that back. Gianna Nicoletti with the reach. Just couldn't quite get to it.
Almost there.
Well, you and your long arms, I think you might have a chance.
That's me, 5'2" with long arms. That's me.
Had a shot at it. Count remains 2-2. Fouls it away once again. And now we have somebody finally making a play in the stands. Big fan reaction over there on the Perry side.
We love a good fan catch. Those are the best ones.
Absolutely. Ortiz delivers. Slapper up the middle, base hit. Coming around to scores. Garcia, 3-0 Bears. The RBI single with 2 outs by Nikki Jamin. And Basha now leads 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
And if you take a look at this, she basically hit that with one hand. Her other hand was, I don't even know. She was just trying to reach to see if she could give her team an opportunity with any ball on the ground. And, you know, that's what she did. And that's what makes a good slapper, is when you take that opportunity to put the ball on the ground to make something happen.
The freshman with the big RBI single here in the bottom of the 5th. Tacks on another run for the Bears. They now lead 3-0.
And this gives them all the momentum as they continue through this game right now. They have to play a top of the 6th and then a top of the 7th if they continue on this lead. So they need to keep trying to put as many runs on the board to stop Perry from any type of momentum builder next inning.
Runners still on first and second with 2 outs, and now up is the third baseman, Ashley Kane. She had the solo blast down the right field line in the 2nd inning and walked in the 4th inning. A chance to add more runs here.
And if you're Ortiz, you need this out right here. You need this chance to get your team back in the dugout with only 1 run across the board.
Fouls that one away. 1-2 the count. Ortiz, the senior, in the circle, 4-year varsity performer. Going to be playing at Cal State Northridge next year. Chris Harris here along with Gianna Nicoletti. Sandy Charles down on the field. So glad to be with us here on Arizona's Family. Another foul ball. Tell you what, Basha has been battling at the plate, seeing a lot of pitches.
Yes, and that's super important. I think it's a huge part of why they have those 3 runs on the board. They're controlling their at bat. They are not swinging out of the zone. They are doing what they can with the pitches that they are given.
Ortiz delivers outside, trying to get Kane to chase. She's not biting.
No, not at all. And she has shown that she is a really disciplined hitter. I mean, with a home run and then a walk right after it, that's what you want to see out of these big-time hitters. You want to see their discipline at the plate as well.
2-2, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Kane gets jammed, grounder to short. Not able to handle it is Kunze. We got bases loaded for Basha. Tough break there. Ortiz got what she wanted there, the grounder to short. Kunze just not able to come up with it.
You know, I think a lot of it was just moving before she had the ball, and that's what happens sometimes because you get too excited. You know the play is there for you, but this is where we want to see Ortiz buckle down. Yes, that play happened, but there's nothing we can do about it. Now we have the batter in front of us. We have to focus on this.
You got to forget about it. And that's now going to bring up the freshman, Morgan Bragg. We mentioned the power she's got. 10 home runs on the season. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Basha trying to add to their 3-0 lead. Ortiz trying to get out of here without giving up any more damage.
Yeah, and this is what you need from Ortiz. You need her to kind of buckle down, get her strikes, get her team back in the dugout before, you know, Basha has the opportunity to really open this up.
Bragg struck out in the 2nd, popped out to the shortstop in the 4th. 0 for 2. Snap throw by Connors to first base. Just back in is Ashley Kane. But how about the confidence by that junior catcher O'Connors? Bases loaded, snap throw to first.
And, you know, I think she was trying to catch somebody not paying attention, which is what catchers are known for doing. And this was a really great job seeing an opportunity and trying to take it to get her team back into the dugout.
She had a clean look with the right-handed batter up. Ortiz goes inside, and Bragg made things a little exciting in there for the dugout for the Basha players.
A little scary in there, but that's why you have helmets. It's okay.
And now moments later, the dugout's cheering once again as if nothing happened.
Yes.
Short memory over there.
Always.
1-2 the count to Bragg. Off speed. Boy, she fires another one, but to the other side of the dugout.
And she's ready for that inside pitch, and I think a lot of it has to do with how she struck out. She struck out on an inside pitch, so I think she's ready for it. That's showing her ability to adjust as her at-bats move through this game.
Ortiz battling. Bases loaded for the Bears. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Bears leading 3-0. And Bragg goes down swinging. Ortiz able to leave the bases loaded, but they trail 3-0 through 5 innings here in the AIA 6A State Championship game right here on Arizona's Family.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
This is the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue. With a range of drive modes and intelligent off-road technology, you can take a Sunday stroll in the least basic of places. The 2022 Nissan family of SUVs. Anything but basic.
Now, get the 2022 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
And we head now to the top of the 6th inning, the AIA 6A State Championship game. And it's the Basha Bears. They lead the Perry Pumas, Premier Region rivals, and the Bears with the lead by a score of 3-0. And hello, everybody. So happy to see you once again. Chris Harris along with Gianna Nicoletti and Sandy Charles down on the field. And Gianna Nicoletti, the former GCU standout, also two-time all-WAC conference performer. Look at these numbers here. Incredible. And then also the most impressive thing, the NCAA Woman of the Year nominee last year. It's not only getting stuff done in the field, but the classroom and everything else as well.
Absolutely. You have to use your ability as a softball player and your ability as a Division I athlete to, try and make the world a better place.
You're making this broadcast a better place.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind.
Happy to have you with us tonight.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We're happy to have you. And 1-0 the count to the leadoff hitter for Perry here in the top of the 6th, Sienna Kunze, the shortstop. What has impressed you about Natalie Fritz here so far here tonight and the job she's done in the circle for Basha?
Just her composure and her ability to get some pretty tough Perry hitters out. I mean, they have so many commits going to play at the next level, and she has handled them well.
Well, Gianna, the compliments keep flying in. Sandy wants to chime in. Sandy, what do you have?
I want to say Gianna, you're doing a fabulous job. However, I did hear you talking in the commercial that you don't like flying things. Well, down here, there are lots of grasshoppers coming at you, and we have to keep digging in the dugout. We have to keep ducking. All the players and me, they're everywhere.
Ew. I hate grasshoppers.
Do you want to go check in on Sandy and see how she's doing in the dugout?
Sandy, it's all you, friend. I'm sorry. I'm going to stay up here.
I already had to save Gianna once from a grasshopper over here.
He did. He did save me.
She literally had to get up out of her seat, stand back a couple of feet, and she looked at me like, get over here and take care of this for me.
It flies. It jumps. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, you know what else is jumping? Fritz's pitches once they get to the plate here for Basha. 0-2 the count here, 1 out.
Very nice lead in there.
Off the end of the bat, that ball is fouled away to the catcher, Rachel Connors, and she is 0 for 2, flying out to the shortstop in both at-bats.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it probably boils down to a timing thing, right? You have so many players that have seen so many different pitchers throughout this season, not only in playoffs, but then when they play in the regular season too. So you have to get comfortable with who you're seeing.
Ground ball to second base. Sliding over to make the play is Ada Ocampo for out number 2.
You know, and if you're Perry here, you have to lengthen your at-bats against Fritz. You haven't made her throw a lot of pitches. She's only thrown 85, where Ortiz is already at 100 pitches. And so the difference is in that is really plays a huge part in this game and why Bash is up 3-0 right now.
And now stepping in the box is Alexa Ortiz, the Perry pitcher. And Fritz at this point, she's just going to pound the strike zone with the 3-0 lead.
Absolutely, because she's allowed to be fearless here, especially when she knows that her hitters and her offense is going to go in and get things done for her.
Just misses there, 1-1 the count. Goes off speed there, 1-2.
And it's just so awesome that she can use that off-speed pitch. That's what's going to make her so effective when she can go on to the next level and play at UNM. When she's using a changeup in a 1-1 count, when a pitcher is ready to do that, she's going to be able to be successful at the next level, because hitters can see that, and if they see it early, they can drive it out of the park. But she has been so effective with it and hiding it that, you know, it gives hitters, you know, the opportunity to stay back on their heels.
1-2, 2 outs here, top of the 6th. And catches the corner for strike number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Natalie Fritz there at the top of the 6th inning. And she continues to deal from the circle. Finds the outside corner. Bears on top. Let's And welcome back, everybody, as we take a look at the most recent state champions in 6A. And 4 of the last 6 state titles have been won by premier region teams. You got Hamilton going back-to-back. Hamilton snuck in there. Then, you know, the 2020 season, that got canceled because of COVID. We don't have it listed here, but Xavier won in 2021 and then again last year. That was 2 more premier region teams, and we're guaranteed one here tonight.
Absolutely, and I think it's interesting how many teams went back-to-back, Hamilton and Xavier. That's hard to do, especially when you may switch out different players. You may lose big-time players as well.
Well, that's the thing with these big-time programs. You don't rebuild, Gianna. You reload.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what they need to do, especially between both these teams and the amount of girls that are committed.
There's a shot to right field, and it goes over the head of Pashota and off to the races, sliding in for the triple to start things off here for Basha in the bottom of the 6th. That is the catcher, Kaylin Quinney. The Bears are on the prowl.
Yeah, and this is what they need to keep doing. They need to keep putting pressure on the Perry Pumas right now, and this is a great job with an outside pitch, taking it the other way. That was a tough job, but then she just kept running, and I love the aggressiveness by her.
And the wind picked up, and that played a little bit of havoc there with that ball, I bet.
Yes, especially, when you're in the outfield, everything feels like it is way difficult than it is trying to play the infield, and it's swirling and you don't know where it's going. So, a tough play, especially when it's not hanging in the air, so you can't really get underneath it.
And now up is the number 9 hole hitter, Grace McNulty, the designated player. Leadoff triple by Kaylin Quinney. McNulty, a soft shot there to the third baseman. Handling that easily is Janae Mathis. One away, and that is exactly what Ortiz needed right there.
Absolutely, especially after that pretty big triple. She needed to come back and command the zone, command the circle, and if she can continue to do that in this inning, she can give Perry an opportunity to get 3 runs back instead of possibly 4 runs, which is a lot more difficult to do, I feel like.
But now there's no time to breathe.
No, not at all.
Gabby Garcia, the leadoff hitter at the plate.
I just feel like she's such a tough out that when she comes up to the plate, it's like, well, where am I supposed to pitch her? She's just that good.
What do you do with her?
Walk her, but then that adds to her on-base percentage, so she just continues to look good too. So it's hard. She's a tough out, but that's what you want.
Solo blast in the third, single in the 5th for Garcia. Opportunity to bring home another run for Basha. They already lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oklahoma Sooner commit, 2-time state champion in the javelin as well. Touched on it, just the athlete you have to be able to balance 2 spring sports at the same time. She's missed a couple practices here and there with the softball team when she's had to go throw in meets to make sure she stays qualified to be able to take part in the state meets. And there's a lot of juggling with her schedule that they've had to do on both sides to make it happen for her to do everything that she does.
But it also shows that, the Basha coaches are willing to allow their student athletes to do other things besides softball. And it shows a lot of trust in them, because some coaches may say, no, we don't want you to get hurt doing something else. And so that must be a trust that they've built over a couple of years, which is so great for them.
3-1 the count. The grounder to second base. Run comes home to score. 4-0 Basha. Quinney comes home to score on the ground out by Garcia. And a terrific job there by the junior shortstop to pull it to the right side. Quinney comes home to score from third.
Absolutely. And, when you're looking at quality at bats, I think Gabby Garcia had a quality at bat there because she made Ortiz throw pitches, but then she was also able to give herself up, make that selfless at bat, take it to the right side in order to let Quinney score easily.
One more thought on Garcia. It also shows the time management and discipline that she has to have the success that she does in everything that she's doing.
Absolutely. Discipline and the ability to stay organized, get everything done. All of that rolls into being a 2-sport athlete in the same season, let alone having a good GPA, and everything else that rolls into just being a regular high school kid.
Mia Ocampo, the left fielder, at the plate. Ocampo, just a sophomore, 4.8 GPA, and she'll be taking part of National Honor Society next year. Hit .490 on the season. You hit .490, you should be leading the team. Instead, she's second on the Bear lineup.
That's crazy. She's basically getting on half the time.
Not good enough for the team lead. And there's a little bouncer back to Ortiz for the third out, and we are through 6 innings here in the 6A state championship game. The Bears pushed another run across the plate. They lead 4-0. AIA Softball State Championships are presented by NextCare. And we now head to the top of the 7th inning. The Basha Bears 3 outs away from winning their 3rd state title in program history as they lead the Perry Pumas 4-0. Natalie Fritz working on a 3-hit shutout in the circle here for Basha. And let's now check back in with Sandy.
Thanks, Chris. You see number 5 out there in center field, Alina Quinney. While she was just in the dugout, she said she had to throw up. Everyone was around her. Coach Pomeroy came over and said, listen, the best game I ever had is where I threw up and I went back and played. So we see her out there. She's rallying, but she doesn't feel great. It's the nerves, she said. Back up to you.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness. Now that right there is in-depth reporting.
Yes, absolutely. That's very investigative.
Yeah, you might want to back off that investigative side just a touch there, Sandy. That's called TMI right there. Too much information. And Fritz opens up the top of the 7th with a strike here to Lisa Chaffee, the designated player, the number 5 hitter in this Perry lineup.
And what I want right now from Fritz is her to keep commanding the zone and keep pounding the strike zone. That is going to, keep the Perry hitters from getting comfortable, from wanting to put more runs on the board. They have a 4-0 lead right now. They need to put it away.
Comes off speed there. Just misses. 2-1 the count. Chaffee 0 for 2 tonight against Fritz with a pair of strikeouts. Misses high here. 3-1. And this is a great timeout here by Basha. Ran the count to 3-1 here to the leadoff hitter. It's like, look, just settle down. We got a 4-0 lead. You've been dealing all night long. Let's just keep pounding that strike zone, just like you said.
I totally agree, and I love that it wasn't coach-induced. It was player-induced, and that showcases the maturity that all of these girls have on this field right now, and especially when you have a catcher behind the plate who's willing to stop it, slow it down, and go talk to her pitcher.
3-1, the delivery from Fritz. Down low. A leadoff walk here by Chaffee. And the Pumas have a runner on here to start off the top of the 7th inning. And that will bring up now number 15, the first baseman, Nojo Gum.
And what I want Fritz to do right now is to keep attacking, not worry about that walk. She needs to give up a lot more hits, a lot more runs in order for, Basha to feel threatened right now.
Well, they're going to feel threatened right now. That ball goes back off the wall. Runners are on the move. Coming home to score is Chaffee. An RBI double to deep left field off the wall by Nojo Gum. And Perry is finally on the board here in the top of the 7th inning. A blast off the left field wall by Nojo Gum. Yeah, she's going to get the high five. She's feeling good, as is Perry's team, as they're now trying to rally.
Oh my gosh. And, this is crazy to me because when you're down 4-0, most teams just give up. They think they're done. But Perry said, no way. We're going to fight till the very end. And this was a great job with an outside pitch. Taking it the way it's supposed to go and doing what she could with a fast pitch from Fritz.
And that ball that wind just had the ball carry all the way to the wall. And now you see a little life in that Perry dugout. Now let's see how Fritz responds here. Now that she's given up the leadoff walk, followed up by the double off the wall. Still no outs.
Absolutely. And now all the fans are into it. Now it feels a little more like that championship atmosphere that we saw earlier tonight.
Now stepping in the box for Perry is the third baseman, Janae Mathis. Perry finally on the board here in the top of the 7th, but they still trail Basha 4-1. Mathis at the plate. Swing and a miss there, 1-1 the count. No Joe Gum, the runner on second after the RBI double.
And Perry has nobody out, so they have the opportunity to make things happen here, whether that's with a hit and run, whether that's with a bunt, but they have time.
How about the junior right-hander in the circle settling things down? She's now got 102 pitches thrown here tonight.
Yeah, and she's definitely on the top end of the pitch count, but there is no way that she's going to be taken out here anytime soon.
This is her game.
Yes.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. And the first out here in the top of the 7th. How about the response by Fritz?
You know, that's big time. There's no other way to describe it other than the fact that she came in to deal. I think she may have gotten pretty mad. I think she said, hey, I don't like this. I didn't want to give up that run. I'm ready to play. Let's go.
Did you see the response she gave to her catcher right there? Kaylin Quinney, she was pumped up. Now at the plate for Perry, Amaya Hernandez, the center fielder, the junior. She already has a double here tonight. Trying to keep this rally alive for the Pumas here in the top of the 7th, 1 away.
Yes, and, you know, I think there's nobody better up right now than Hernandez, considering she's seen the ball well tonight.
Fouls that one away. Fritz quickly gets out ahead in the count, 0-2.
And here we go, her showcasing that ability to start off counts strong. I think she may have thought that Perry was going to roll over a little bit in the beginning, but I think she realized that she needs to continue to deal to finish this game strong here.
Fritz looks like a pitcher that's been in this moment before in her mind.
Yes.
She's thought about this before.
And she's thought about winning this, and I think that's what's going to stand her apart right now.
Fly ball, left field. Catch is made. Mia Ocampo. The Bears are 1 out away from a state championship. And don't think that infield does not know that.
And they're trying to fire up the crowd, and the coaches are trying to fire up the crowd, and as they should be, this crowd is loud, and they are here to play.
Stepping up for Perry, it's going to be a pinch hitter for the Pumas, and it's going to be Reagan Davis, the junior. She's going to be pinch hitting for Kayla Cito. Gum still on second base for Perry. She had the RBI double to bring home Perry's first run of the game. They trail 4-1 here. Basha trying to close it out.
Absolutely, but it's tough as a pinch hitter to come in this situation. You know, coming off the bench cold is hard to do, and a lot of it is going to be, did Davis pay attention to what was going on throughout the game? Was she locked in the whole time? That's going to make this at-bat worth it for her.
Fritz is fired up. She can feel it. Perry down to their last strike. 1-2 the count. Crowd on their feet. They can sense it. Basha trying to close this one out. Natalie Fritz in the circle. 1-2 the count. 2 away. Misses up high. Boy, you think the adrenaline was running on that pitch?
Absolutely, and that's okay, because sometimes you get a swing and miss on that pitch. So I have no problem with that one. You know, getting an opportunity to throw yet another one. Fire it in there.
2-2. Perry down to their last strike. Davis stays alive.
I love the battle she's putting up right now, and this is, to me, showing that she was locked in the entire game. She was paying attention to what Fritz was throwing and is able to put together a quality at bat right now.
Natalie Fritz knows, just needs one more pitch. Davis again, battling.
This is quite an impressive at-bat here. And Fritz really needs to close it out. She needs to tighten that spin. She needs to, work on that outside, see if she could get Davis to swing and miss right now.
Davis pinch hitting, battling, trying to keep Perry alive. Up high, full count.
I'm just looking over to the crowd, and there's a lot of phones that are videotaping what's going on right now. They're trying to get the moment on tape here.
Trying to get the moment of a Basha State Championship. They are one strike away. Full count, 2 outs. Reagan Davis at the plate for Perry. Stays alive, fouling that one off. Oh my goodness.
This is what you appreciate from a pinch hitter. Davis right now seeing so many pitches, not giving up, giving her team an opportunity to also see all of these pitches in case we get another batter up right now.
Doing everything they can to stay alive is Perry. Swing and a miss. The Basha Bears are state champions. They beat the Perry Pumas 4-1 to final in a matchup of premier region rivals, and the celebration is underway for Basha, the 3rd state title in program history. They went back-to-back in 2008, 2009, and you can add another one in 2023. 4-1, Basha with the victory over Perry. And we take a look at the final pitch. Natalie Fritz gets the strikeout on full count. Boy, there's no better feeling than that one right there for the Basha Bears.
Not at all, and that's a really great at-bat by Davis at the end there, seeing a ton of pitches, making Fritz work for it in the end, but ultimately a great low strike, kind of falling off the table, that drop ball, and it was just a dirty pitch, but a great all-around game.
Wow. Plenty to talk about when we come back here in Arizona's family. The Basha Bears are 6A state champions.
You see us every day with our ads about car wrecks. But Lerner & Rowe is much more than just a law firm. We believe in being part of the fabric of the communities where we practice around the country. We are not just a business. We are your neighbors, here to serve and share our love of our community. Lerner & Rowe Gives Back provides food and support for families and community organizations throughout the year. Our hope is that we can encourage other businesses to do the same, so we can build a stronger community together. Lerner & Rowe, more than just a law firm.
They're coming down.
Are 6A state champions. They get the victory over Perry by a score of 4-1. Let's now go down to the field where Sandy Charles is standing by with a very happy Basha head coach, Kaylee Pomeroy.
Thanks, Chris. Very happy and very emotional. Coach, what did it take to get here?
honestly, just so much hard work and so much dedication to what they do, and just, I mean, working as a team. And this is just a surreal moment right now. I don't know what I feel. I'm just so excited for my kids and for our fans and just the school in general. But they worked their butts off. I'm so proud of them.
I saw the emotional hug with you and Natalie, tears in both of your eyes. What did you see from her tonight?
I mean, she commanded the zone, and she's been lights out all of our playoff games. And I mean, I think that, just finally seeing everything come together this year, and she's been our horse. So I'm so proud of her.
It was Mother's Day yesterday. How special is this win right on Mother's Day?
It is. My little girls are at home, so I selfishly wanted them to be here tonight. But so shout out to them for letting me be here. And I'm so proud of this team and what they've accomplished.
Thank you, Coach. Chris, back up to you.
Thank you, Sandy, and congratulations, the Basha Bears. And you could just feel the emotion in Kaylee Pomeroy's voice and just what this meant.
Oh my gosh, it meant so much to her, and you could see it in her eyes. You could see it when she spoke. It was so awesome to watch that moment.
And let's now take a look at the play of the game, brought to you by Bartles Pizza, a proud supporter of the AI and Arizona high school sports. And it was the junior shortstop for Basha, Gabby Garcia, bashing one to right center.
Without a doubt, this was a no-brainer. As soon as she hit it, we all knew that it was going out and going out far. And she did a great job tonight, played a great shortstop, as well as, had some great at-bats for her team. And really, you could watch her lead as she was playing that shortstop position and as we got closer to that final out.
And now, this is what you play for. The executive director of the AIA, David Hines, is ready to hand over the hardware to the state champion, Basha Bears. This is a moment you'll never forget.
No, this is something that'll be ingrained in your memory forever.
And there it is. It's time to hoist the hardware for the Basha Bears. We'll put the final touches on this one when we come back right here on Arizona's Family.
Things you might hear at Oregano's.
Cool things down.
Or heat it up.
Big enough to share. Or keep for yourself.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Did you say room for me?
Don't take our word for it. See for yourself at Oregano's. Food so good, it speaks for itself.
Not all heroes keep up with the news or the latest trends. Not all heroes even keep up with the little ones. But all heroes keep up with their everyday health needs. Even during COVID-19, it's as crucial as ever to get checkups, see specialists, and more so that our whole community stays healthier. That's how to keep up like a hero.
The Basha Bears, they are the AIA 6A state champions as they get the victory over premier region rival, the Perry Pumas 4-1, the final score. And our Sandy Charles is standing by with the Basha pitcher, Natalie Fritz, who got it done in the circle here tonight for the Bears.
Yes, thanks, Chris. Natalie, the fans were just cheering for you so loudly. What does it mean to have their support behind you?
It's honestly, the feeling's indescribable. To be here on the biggest stage in front of all of my friends and family, the support I feel, it just overwhelms me, and it almost feels too good to be true.
How were you able to close this out tonight?
It took a lot. One thing that I always keep in mind is work ahead, stay ahead, finish it. So coming into this last inning, I knew it was going to be a battle. I knew they were going to come out fighting. I knew they were coming out swinging. So I just had to rise up and do more.
Awesome. We'll let you be with your team. They are still celebrating. Chris, back to you. Congratulations, Natalie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And how about the smile on Natalie Fritz's face? That's not coming off for a few days.
No, not at all. And can you blame her? I mean,
No.
Such an outstanding performance from her, and I loved the thought process she had going into that last inning, regardless of the situation that was presented. I mean, they came back threatening. Perry was ready to threaten at that 4-1 point, but, you know, she kind of settled in. She showed her seniority. She showed why she's going to play softball at the Division I level.
Yeah, she's going to be playing her college ball at New Mexico, but she's just a junior, so she's still got one more year here with Basha. And how about the Bears? They get the 3-game sweep against their school located 6 miles away in Perry. So not only they get the state championship, but they got the bragging rights all the way through the season for Perry.
Absolutely. But, you know, Perry played a great game
They did.
well. And, you know, they came out fighting. I think Basha just, you know, may have had a little more fight in them. And, you know, certain things go certain ways. And, you know, it went in Basha's way tonight.
Yeah. Basha, you had the home run from Ashley Kane, another home run by Gabby Garcia. They were able to push across a couple more runs to get the 4-1 victory. Final thoughts on what you saw here tonight with Basha and Perry.
All around a great game by both teams. So I'm excited to see what they continue to produce as the years move on.
A terrific night here at Arizona State's Farrington Stadium. And it is the Basha Bears. They are the 6A state champions as they get the victory over the Perry Pumas by a score of 4-1. Well, that'll do it for us here at Farrington Stadium. For my partner, Gianna Nicoletti, and for our field reporter, Sandy Charles, I'm Chris Harris saying so long. Thanks for joining us on Arizona's Family. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.